Hey guys, it's Mackenzie and I'm here to film my January through May wrap-up for 2017. I know, I haven't filmed a wrap-up. I haven't really filmed or posted a video, I think, all year. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what I read for the first January, February, March, April, May, 5 months of the year. And then I have a whole separate June wrap-up that I plan on posting pretty soon too. So you'll see what I read throughout this whole year so far. Hopefully pretty soon. So yeah. The first book I completed in 2017 was The Kill Order by James Dashner. This is the prequel to the Maze Runner series. I love the Maze Runner series. I mean, it's not my favorite of all time, but I really enjoy it and I read them really quick. And I think they're very action-packed, cool series. And yeah, I like this one. It wasn't my favorite. I think it was probably my least favorite out of the whole 3 of the other series, like the 3 books in the actual series, but I really enjoyed this look, and I liked how it ended, and I thought it did give some good insight, and the only thing, I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 stars, and that's only because the middle was really repetitive. I really liked the beginning, and I really liked the end, but the middle felt like they were doing the same things over and over again, so that's why I docked it a star and a 0.25. But yeah, I really enjoyed it and I would recommend this to people who have read the series. So yeah. The next book I read was Walk the Edge by Katie McGarry. This was a reread for me. This is the second book in the Thunder Roads companion series. It's a YA contemporary series following a motorcycle club and a character from the motorcycle club in each book and their love interests. And I really like the characters in this one. This is my favorite of the 3 that are out right now. I just love the characters, and I think the story is the most exciting, but I gave all of the series so far 5 out of 5 stars. This obviously got a 5 out of 5 stars. So good. I recommend this to everyone, especially if you like Sons of Anarchy, which is what got me into this series. It's like a calmer, nicer Sons of Anarchy. A lot nicer. But yeah, I love it. It was just as good, maybe even better the second time reading it. So yeah, I obviously read this to prepare for the 3rd one coming out this year. The next book I read was By Your Side by Casey West. This follows 2 people, Autumn and Dax, that get locked in a library for the weekend, and they're romance from there. I didn't really like this book. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars just because it was quick and fluffy, but I didn't even really feel the romance. Honestly, the more time that passed, the worse this book seems. I didn't love it. It's very tropey. It was very not as exciting as I thought it would be. It was very predictable, yada yada, which was kind of a letdown because I was really excited for this book to come out because 2 people getting trapped into a library. That's awesome, but no, not my book. So, yeah. And then the next book I read was Long Way Home by Katie McGarry, the 3rd in the Thunder Road series, our companion series. This follows Chevy and Violet, and I really like Chevy and Violet and the other books, so I was really excited for this one. This is probably my least favorite of the 3, but I still gave it 5 out of 5 stars because it's still amazing. I'm just saying compared to the other 2. I really like the characters. I like them as individuals a lot and together a lot. So yeah, just picked this one up. I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, that's all I got. Pick up this series. It's super good. The next book I read was Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the 2nd book in the Grisha trilogy. Didn't like this one as much as I like Shadow and Bone. I gave this a 3 stars. I give this a 3 stars. I think I gave the first one a 4, maybe 4.5. I don't know. The series isn't for me. It follows this main character named Alina, and she finds out that she has powers, and she's part of the Grisha. Those are the people that have powers, and she gets pulled into their world and tries people are trying to use her powers for certain things, and yeah. These books are just really slow for me, not a lot happens in them, and even the ending, I'm that could have taken 5 pages, and we dragged that one out, but I'm just reading these to get to Six of Crows, to be honest. So this one was kind of a disappointment. I did like some of the new characters a lot, but they weren't enough to make the book amazing. This is just an okay book. This is just an okay series, in my opinion, so far, unless the third one is, like, incredible. But, yeah. I don't mind the main character. A lot of people mind her, but I don't mind her. And, like, all the love interests, I can honestly see her with any of them, so I just don't feel super invested in this series. But, like, it's fine. It's enjoyable, I guess, but it's not amazing. 3 out of 5 stars. It's just meh. You know? I think this is definitely some people's series. Like, I could see why other people love it so much, and I can also see why people hate it, and I'm just kind of in the middle. Like, it's alright. So, yeah. The next book I read is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I already watched the movie before I read this book, so I listened to this on audiobook, because that's what I do when I've already seen the movie, because I'm like, oh, I already know what's going to happen. But this book really surprised me. Like, I really enjoyed it for already knowing what happens. It's a mystery thriller. It's about this girl who rides the train every day, and then she sees this couple who live in this one house, and then, like, the next day she sees, like, on the news that the girl went missing, and kind of takes off from there, like, what happened, you know, type of deal. And it was so good. Like, I love them. Oh, I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. And I really enjoyed this book. I think I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So good. The only reason I took 0.5 off is because I already knew what happened. But that's not this book's fault. It's because I saw the movie. But I was really intrigued. I kept wanting to listen to it. I was, like, finding excuses to listen to the audiobook. I got through it super quick for me in audiobooks. And I really, really enjoyed it. I love the narrators. I recommend listening to this one on audiobook. It's really good. Yeah. The main character is unreliable, which I really enjoy. So, yeah, it was definitely a surprise that I really, really enjoyed. The next book I read is Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I only have the dust jacket. Sorry, my mom's reading this book. What did I give this? I gave this a 3 stars. Didn't super enjoy it. I mean, I think you should really, really be a fan of Amy Poehler, like, and have watched Parks and Rec. I like Amy Poehler. I watch, like, most of her movies, and I've seen, like, a couple of SNL, but I haven't seen all of them, and I haven't seen Parks and Rec. So, yeah. This kind of fell flat for me. The humor was just, like, I didn't find it super funny. Like, she was, like, trying too hard almost. And I like Amy Poehler. It was just, I like the serious topics way more than the funny stuff, which I was expecting to, like, laugh my butt off during this whole audiobook, but I didn't. But I do recommend listening to the audiobook, because I think it is funnier on the audiobook than in real life. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this. I think if you're, like, a huge fan of Amy Poehler, this will be your book, but I just wasn't. I did like this, like, scenes when she was talking about, like, her divorce and her kids. I thought those were really, really awesome and really brought the book up again. And yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this. I think, like, I'm just like I like Amy Poehler person, which didn't, like, make this book, like, the best thing ever. So I think if you read it, you should really like Amy Poehler, or else you won't get a ton out of this book. Okay, the last 2 books are my favorite 2 in this whole wrap-up, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, the next book I read was The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This book was amazing. So I have read Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and I did not love it. I think I gave it, like, a 3.5 stars. It was just, you know, quick, cute read, I guess. But this book was amazing. I wasn't expecting to like it so much, because people who love Morgan Matson are just like, oh, this book's alright. Like, it's her least, like, it's her worst book. And I'm like, what? This book is amazing. So it follows Andy, and she's a politician's daughter, and she's going to go for a summer internship, like, states away. And then something happens with her dad, and because of it, she loses her internship, so she has to walk dogs for the summer. And it has a lot to do with, like, friendship, a lot to do with like a cute romance, and it has a lot to do with like father-daughter relationships or like family aspects, and I just loved it so much. Like, I love the characters, just love the plot. The romance was so cute. Yeah, the guy she meets this guy named Clark. I love Clark. I love Clark with all my heart. And so yeah, and like she walks dogs. I love dogs. I love dogs. So yeah, it was just like it's just like a perfect book for me. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Obviously, go read it if you haven't. If you've never read anything else by Morgan Matson, that's fine, because I love this book more than her other one. I mean, I've only read one other one, but this book kind of redeemed her in my eyes. Now I want to read the rest of them. So yeah, great book. The last book I have here today is Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. I read the first one, obviously, and I loved it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars as well. This book was so good. I loved all the new characters that we got introduced to. They were so amazing, and that ending, I cried. But anyway, and yeah, I just loved what happened in this. I can't say anything without spoiling it, but the characters were amazing. I liked where the plot went, and yeah, I'm shipping some things. I'm just, yeah, and there's one character that we better see the next book, or I quit. We better see them. So yeah, I don't know if you guys will get that, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the finale. This is going to be one of my all-time favorite series ever. Even if the third one is like the worst ever, even if it's like a Legion, I'll still love this series because the first two were so good, and definitely pick it up. So the first one follows Ruby, and all kids under like 18, I think, either die or get powers and are sent to these camps. So Ruby has powers, and she is sent to a camp, and then she gets like broken out of the camp, and pretty much that's where it starts. And she meets this like really cool group of characters and like squad goals, and I just love the series. Please pick it up if you haven't. I really think it deserves more love. And yeah, so those are the 9 books that I've read in the first half of the year, well, through January through May, and then I read 9 more in June, which look out for that video. But yeah, so pretty okay reading month. I mean reading year. I've either like really not liked the books or really loved the books. So yeah, I don't know. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye!